everybody, Dirty Dan here at Greasy Boy Customs, and thanks for tuning in for a first video in our series called Tools Day. These Tools Day videos are going to feature tools, equipment, and products that can make your life easier. Today's video is going to feature a couple simple tools used for fabrication and design layout. These tools are going to help make your designs more precise, and in the end, they're going to fit better and they're going to look better. Well, as you can see behind me on this pegboard, there are a bunch of tools. I use all of these tools on a regular basis. However, today we are going to focus on these on the table in front of me. These circle templates are great, especially if you're doing something like dimple dies. You have your marks on all four areas right here, so you can make your center section different sizes. It can flex, so you can do it around irregular surfaces. We're going to lay it on this metal right here. And typically what we'll do is we'll set it up where we want it, and you'll draw your circle. Now, if you want to go back and find the center of your circle, you can mark those four areas right there. And then all you have to do is connect your lines like so. And now you have the center of your circle. Along with the center marks on your circles, it also has your metric and standard measurements, going from 1.25 inch diameter up to 3.5 inch diameter. This is super useful. I use it all the time. Now, let's say you want to do this circle, but you want it more precise. Well, that's where this comes in. This particular version is an aerosol. You can also get this in a bottle with like a cotton ball on the end that you can wipe onto the material. I like the aerosol. Just spray a little bit on there. You don't have to go crazy. Let it dry for a minute. Once it's dry, we can begin laying out our design. Now that we have our die down and it is dry, let's say we want to trace out this circle. This time, instead of using a marker, we're going to use a Scribe. This has a tungsten tip on it and a magnetic tip on this end. Super handy. And it's going to give us a more precise line so we know exactly where we are. Instead of having that big fat marker line, now we've got a nice precise circle right there. So when we go to cut it, we can cut exactly up to that edge. Now, still using the toolmaker's die, let's say you want to duplicate this mounting bracket right here. Again, we lay it down. We go ahead and scribe the outside of it. Now we have our tombstone looking shape, but we want to transfer that hole too. And that's where the transfer punches come in handy. These have all kinds of different sizes here. These are standard set. They're not very expensive, and they're going to allow you to center this pin perfectly in that hole and make your center mark. So this is the correct size here. We're going to lay it right there and then transfer. So now, not only do we have our tombstone shape, but we also have the exact center where this hole is going to be with no variation. Because this fits tightly in there, we know it's perfectly centered, and we've got a mark so we can start drilling on center exactly where we need to be. The next thing we're going to talk about is a digital caliper. Now, this one in particular I like because you can do metric, standard, and fraction form. You just click your button and it transfers over. Now we're into fractions. Look at that, taking the guesswork out. Now this is supposed to be 3/16. Would you look at that? It's 3/16. But I want to know what it is in millimeters. That's easy. It's 4.73. Now this pair right here is metal, so you can use them for even more things. Let's say you need to scribe a line going down the side of the piece you're working on. You can lock it in and just run down the side like that. Now you got a perfectly measured line all the way down. Last item we're going to discuss today is a combination square. These are super useful. Not only do you have your 90 degrees, you also have a 45 and a level bubble built into there. You can loosen this thumb wheel and slide it around on the gauge to a preset measurement. We're going to lock this in at 1 inch. Now you can lay it down on your item that you're working on. And if you want to measure off the edge, oh, I need this exactly 1 inch from the edge. Well, there you go. And then if you want to, you can always go back with the tool and use it as a straight edge to connect your lines. Now we have a 1 inch section squared off. And there you go. With just a couple simple tools added to your arsenal, your layouts will go smoother and your designs will be more accurate, and in the end, they will fit better, and the final result will look better. These tools can all be put in your Amazon basket and purchased in one shop for under $100. I'll provide links below in the description for all these tools, and if you have suggestions on any future Tools Day videos, please feel free to drop a comment below and let me know. And until next time, happy hot rodding.